Escape the dungeon!
Hello, everybody. This is Escape the Dungeon, the podcast where we ask you to join us as we explore the world beyond the world's oldest role-playing game. My name is Mike Cripps, and I will be your master of ceremonies, and I am joined by four mystifying players. Zach Brass.
Hello, that's me.
And also Dom Brass.
Hey, that's me. I'll be playing Bobby the werewolf.
And also Nate Brass.
What's up, Internet? That is me. I am he.
And introducing Tyler Knittle.
What's up, Internet? That is me. I am he.
Whoa. Okay.
Yeah.
I see how it is.
Yeah. What are you going to do about it?
Each season, we will be playing a different tabletop role-playing game. This season, we are playing Urban Shadows 2nd Edition, a Powered by the Apocalypse game published by Magpie Games.
Mike, Tyler stole my intro.
Don't make me turn this podcast around. Now, kiss and make up.
Bullshit.
Nice.
Guys, I'm pissed off.
Me too.
I'm angry.
Oh no!
I'm yelling.
No.
Why are you angry, Mike?
Which one are you angry about?
I heard.
I'm angry. I suppose you could say with God.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
That's quite the grudge.
That's how this is going up.
No,
I choose darkness.
Hey, listen to this. Okay, the weather, right? We all know it.
Yeah, it's that thing you talk about when you have nothing else to say.
Yeah, exactly.
So we're going to talk about the weather today, huh?
I want to talk about a specific incident with the weather, okay? So I was looking at like the 3-day, 4-day forecast recently, and I saw, a couple nice days in a row were coming. And I was like, oh, great, spring's finally here. Like a high of 70 day, a high of 60 day, so on and so forth. And I'm really excited about it, right? And I wake up one morning and I check my weather app and I see that the temperature is 40 degrees. And I'm like, okay, well, it'll warm up, right? And so I look at the forecast for the day, the projected temperature, and it's like a flat line, 40 degrees all day. And I'm like, what is this bullshit? And that's when I look back and I see that it said that the high for the day was 60 degrees because that's the temperature it was at midnight. And then it cooled down. And I think that's bullshit and shouldn't be allowed.
God damn you, Great Lakes.
Yeah, you know what? Honestly, I could genuinely feel you on that. Like, that would... If I looked at the weather and saw that it was 60 degrees for the high that day, and then I found out that it was only 60 degrees at midnight as it turned the day, I would be mad.
Who allowed this to happen? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, like, who on the weather thing was like, maybe we should put, like, an asterisk for them so they know, they, like, check this? Like,
Let this be a lesson to read the article, not just the headline.
I'll never read the article.
Bullshit, you don't read the article.
says the man recommending 800-page books. It was...
Yeah, right?
It's...
Yeah, I read this in 3 days. No problem for you guys, right?
It's just it felt like I was betrayed. It's like all my hopes and dreams shattered for the day. And frankly, this was maybe like close to a week ago at this point. I don't feel like I've recovered from this. Emotionally or spiritually.
Oh dear.
So you had a full week to come up with something else to talk about. You're like, no, the weather thing is good.
It is. Listen to how much I'm laughing about it right now.
Yeah, like I get it. I'm a creature of the sun, and you know, it's coming sometimes for like half an hour and like around 3 p.m.
I don't know. I think the sun's overrated.
Tyler, you said you were angry too, right? What are you mad about?
Philly Union lost today because of some bullshit.
Oh, boring. Soccer. Nobody cares.
Oh no.
Soccer stuff, sports.
Funny.
But hey, they threw hot dogs at the ref, and I
fucking
kind of
guy.
wish I was there so that I too could throw hot dogs at the ref. Fuck that guy. I think they must have gone to the end of the Ben Franklin Bridge, picked up one of the homeless people there, and been like, "Hey, you can't use $50. You want to ref the game for us?" That's got to be what happened, because this guy was just.
I
Ugh.
don't think that's what happened.
No, that's not what happened.
Yeah, I feel like they probably checked that. You could probably look up the name of the guy, honestly.
I don't know. I think Tyler's cooking.
That reminds me of this sort of famous story from like the past 5 or so years. The Golden State Warriors basketball team, right? Won a bunch of championships. They're not the best team right now, but they just traded for Jimmy Butler, so maybe by the time this comes out, they're good. But they had a star player on their team named Klay Thompson. And there was this fan that looked sort of like Klay Thompson who would show up at their arena in like a store-bought Warriors uniform and just like strolled right through, like as if he were this player, and like got into areas of the arena that he shouldn't have been allowed to. And this happened multiple times as far as I can remember.
Oh my god.
Sneaky little bastard.
Because and like if you look up the story about this, you'll see the pictures, and like side by side, he only sort of looked like this player. Like
It's like anyone should. Oh yeah, okay. Well, I mean, look, it's hard to really get a good look at their face in person on account of them being about 3 foot taller than you.
Yeah. Maybe he had some Mentos beforehand, and
There you go.
know, just the fresh maker got him through.
yeah, just confidence is like 90% of it, you know.
Fresh goes better
Nice.
with Mentos.
Anybody else mad about anything? Nate, are you mad about anything?
No, I'm been doing pretty great, to be honest. Life's been chill.
Oh, come on. You just joined an improv team. And if there's one thing I know about improv teams, it's that everybody like hates each other. And they're like backstabbing each other for stage
Oh,
time.
yeah. Yes.
You're all always
And-
mad about something at all times. Stop lying and spill the tea.
There's a couple people I don't know how to play off of, but for the most part, I hang out with these people on weekends. We spent a full day playing Call of Cthulhu the other week, and I've made some really good friends out of it.
That doesn't sound like any improv team I've ever heard of.
Boo.
Yeah, lame.
Boo.
I've never played Call of Cthulhu. Is it good?
It's pretty good.
I bought it for a friend for Christmas.
Yeah, I know. We just never played it.
Did you lose all your sanity?
I got so close to going insane, dude. I had like 7 Cthulhu points by the end of it.
Oh, wow. 7 Cthulhu points?
I don't know what they're called, but I would get points for being insane. That was like, you can now do kind of cool Cthulhu magic.
Oh, okay. You're like mythos skill or whatever it is. Sure. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah, it starts at 0 and you keep getting more and more points. No, I just got a cool grimoire.
He's obviously was the mage. Duh.
Okay, that's kind of nice.
Our audience might not realize it because we've never played a fantasy game, but if we ever do, every single one,
I
Nate
mean,
will
he's
be
literally
mage.
a wizard in this campaign.
That's true.
He wasn't a way guy last campaign.
Yeah, but that's because I got the chance to be a robot. Robot wizard. It's one of the two.
Hold on. So
Robots and
does
wizards.
robot takes press? What about a robot wizard?
That's awesome. But honestly, actually, no, it's not awesome.
Why not?
Robot wizard, I'm against. I want high tech or I want magic. I don't want both.
I agree.
Both makes me uncomfortable.
Like, I don't fundamentally agree on every angle for sure, but I agree with the concept that there are certain character archetypes that you prefer, like, just let them be their own thing without tying them into. It's like, I don't want every character I play to be a paladin. If I'm being a dragon, I just want to be a dragon. I don't want to be a paladin and a dragon. That'd be silly.
So how do you feel about Jace in Arcane then? Or Echo?
That I consider just cool tech. That's not magic.
But it's tech powered by magic.
Nope, it's just tech.
Powered by magic.
I mean, in a way, but no.
In the new way?
Ah!
I mean, I think like the whole point of like half of the story is that it is magic, but sure.
But it's not magic. That's what makes the
Yeah, I
characters
concur
fun.
with Nate. I played the games and they just used technology.
Okay, so basically, it's fine if you can justify it to yourself.
No, I agree with Nate. And I think that's actually kind of weird because, Nate, I think you and I have argued about this before. But like in a Pathfinder or D&D style fantasy game, I don't want my martial mundane characters to feel magical. Like, I don't want to be the barbarian who can stomp their foot and cause an earthquake. That to me is like too silly.
Why not?
Like,
No, yeah, that
like
part
I
is
just want to
you're stoic.
swing my weapon really hard. Like, that's all I want.
I disagree with you because those games are specifically about being heroic, like god-slaying heroes.
Plus, I've played a barbarian before, and if they don't get cool stomps that do earthquakes, it's just hit with reckless abandon, and that's it, and nothing else.
Yeah.
It's so boring.
Yeah, that's what's awesome.
I literally, my friend had to create new items for me to convince me not to switch off of being a barbarian because it was so deeply boring.
Here, I'll give you a whole bunch of magical abilities, and you can literally turn into a dragon if you stay.
Yeah, that's
a
literally
barbarian.
what happened. I tried multiple times to stop being a barbarian.
Well, you know where you can stop being a barbarian? In urban shadows. Previously on Urban Shadows. It's been a long night. After joining with the Spring Court Fairies to take down the Sons of Earthly Filth, Bobby, Ezra, Chris, and Dale discovered that an acquaintance had kidnapped Celeste. They chased her down to the Valley of Fire State Park, where Matilda O'Shaughnessy began a ritual to expose Celeste to the infernal power of Beelzebub and bring about the end of the world. The team worked together to put a stop to the ritual, and Matilda was killed. But the divine power of the Valkyrie was activated in the process. In order to protect her beloved ward, Chris absorbed this magic into herself. Nigel, the head of the powers that be, is furious and has ordered Celeste to be removed from Chris's care. Where we left off last episode was you guys essentially retreating, running away from Nigel, who Chris had just wounded with this blast of new power after, refusing his demands. I just kind of want to cut to you guys wherever you are next. I would think that would be heading to Chris's house, because that's where all of you live now. But tell me if you guys have a different idea of where you go next.
We're like the fucked up Brady Bunch, huh?
A little bit.
Everywhere you look. Da, da, da.
That's not the Brady Bunch.
Let's just go to Chris's house.
You guys get back to Chris's house by like dawn. The sun is now like fully rising. What's the plan after everything that's happened? I mean, especially for Chris and Celeste, this demand that Nigel has made.
I think Chris gets home and immediately locks herself in her sanctum.
Oh, she's pissed.
Chris runs down to the sanctum as everyone else, goes to their rooms or whatever. Chris, as you run down into your large library, you are greeted by the librarian, that gargoyle statue head, who bounces on his little pedestal and says, "Oh, greetings, Mistress Chris. How has your night of adventuring been?"
Pretty terrible. Yeah, not the best night of my life.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Is there anything I can do to assist you?
Yeah, let's work on a spell together to, hide our presence.
Oh,
Yes, indeed, mistress. I will fetch the requisite grimoires for you, and hops away to fetch some spell books as you gather up your various reagents and ingredients.
as you get ready to Fidelius charm your way out of this.
And you are so focused on this work, so focused on this plan, that you're caught a little off guard when you suddenly hear a voice, a woman's voice, here in the sanctum with you. "Good morning, Chris. Working on a protection spell, I see."
Yeah. Who is this?
And as you turn in the direction of the voice, you see a well-dressed young woman that you have not met before. She has brown skin and shiny black hair that is woven into like one intricate braid. And she is sitting at one of the desks in the sanctum, and she is flipping through a spell book that she closes and hands to you, and it's like a book of wards, the kind of thing that you are actively looking for right now. "Sorry to just drop in like this, but I figured it was time that we met. I'm Adrian."
Hello, Adrian. If you could do me a favor and step out of my private sanctum, I would greatly appreciate that and would not sick the werewolf and demon upstairs on you.
And the tow truck driver. Don't forget about him.
You're not scary.
She doesn't threaten people with Dale.
Oh.
She enjoys Dale's presence.
Nice, dude.
I can get out of your hair if that is what you want, but I thought perhaps we could talk about what happened tonight. You see, I got a call from Nigel. You may know that I've been working with him for a long time. I've been his number 2 for a long time. And he was quite upset. And so I thought it would be best if I took some of the back ways I know into the sanctum and came to chat with you for a little bit. You can relax. I am not here to fight. I am not here to cause you any trouble. I'm here to maybe make a deal.
Well, if you know anything about what I've been through this last night, you know, relaxed is not really something I can physically feel right now. So if you would like to talk about this further, let's take a step out of my sanctum.
Very well. And she stands up, and yeah, you know that she should not have been able to just be here, Chris, but somehow she is. But she's not putting up any fight for you as you escort her out of the sanctum.
Yeah, as we walk upstairs, Chris is just gonna yell, "Ezra, grab your sword. We have company."
Okay, but I don't have that long. I got somewhere to be shortly.
All right, well, they're here.
All right. You hear the Rocky theme song playing from our room as I'm getting ready. I come out shirtless, like in the midst of getting ready with my hair still wet and my sword. What's up? Who do I need to stab?
There's really no need for this. Chris, I'm sorry to startle you. It was just the quickest way I could get to speak to you. Nigel told me about everything that happened. Celeste being taken, you activating and absorbing the very magic that Nigel had long been trying to protect Celeste from. I want to be very clear. This has been Nigel's prerogative. He is the one that is upset.
And what is your thought on what just happened tonight?
I think you did the best you possibly could have. It was an impossible situation. I know Nigel never shared any information with you about what he wanted to protect Celeste from. You did what you had to do. I want to talk to you about your options. Chris, Nigel has ordered that Celeste be taken from your custody and relocated somewhere he deems safer. He will do everything he can to make that happen. As far as I can tell, that leaves you with two choices. One, you could take Celeste and run away from Nigel, put up as much of a fight as you were capable of, and he will chase you to the ends of the earth to take her away from you. That's option one. Option two is you could do what Nigel wants for now. Let him think that you are seeing his perspective. Let him calm down and think that everything's going his way. I can help you with this. I know it'll be hard. I know this is a sacrifice to both you and Celeste. But if you do this for now, I think it will be better for everyone involved down the line.
Can I try to figure someone out on her?
Yes, you can try to figure her out. Go ahead and roll with mind.
Ooh. Wait, that wasn't the actual roll. That was an 8.
An 8, okay. So you get to ask 2 questions from that list, and she will get to ask one of you. And because she is in your circle, you are both power, you can actually ask an additional question. So you get to ask 3.
What is this character's beef with Nigel?
Nigel has been doing what he's doing longer than you can imagine. And I think that lately he hasn't been doing a very good job. The powers that be is not a dictatorship, Chris. There's opportunity for change. There's opportunity for new leadership, and frankly, I am the one who deserves to be leader. I think we can make that happen, and if we do, things will be good for you.
What do you need from me? How can I put this character in my debt?
I think the simplest way is to go along with her plan for now. To let Nigel separate you and Celeste, like she is asking, and in doing so, she would owe you.
I think, what is like this character hoping to get from like Celeste being taken?
From Celeste herself, not much. We always knew that there was a power out there that, should it join with Celeste, would be beyond anything we've ever seen. You prevented that from happening. That power is now with you. I want you and that power to help me get what I want, so that I can take over the powers that be. And as I ascend, Chris, you will also. But we have to play this smart.
So what, you just take Celeste and I don't know if I can ever see her again? I just have to trust you?
You will see her again. I will make sure of that. She is not going to be imprisoned. All right? While Nigel is currently in charge, I do still have a certain degree of influence within our faction, Chris. I will make sure that she is safe, that she is comfortable, and while she may not be with you day to day for a short time, you will be able to see her. You will be able to visit her. As mad as Nigel is, I will make sure he maintains a certain level of calm and decorum.
What do you want, Celeste?
Nigel was very mad, Chris, and that power that you have, that you blasted him with, I don't know how can we know that he won't make it so that I can never see you again, that you can never see me again. I'm scared. I don't want to leave you.
I believe she has a question that she can ask me.
As Adrian can see that you and Celeste are like thinking this over, if you could indulge my curiosity for just a moment, Chris. I know it's been a long night, but I do have one question for you. What really happened in Dallas?
I tried to do what you're doing and take over the shoes of someone else and step onto their council. And I played the game wrong.
What was your mistake?
I don't know if I even know. I trusting the wrong people. Believing that all it took was one simple word and they would come through for me.
And now I've put you in a position where you have to maybe do the same thing. I recognize that must be very difficult for you. But would you rather play the game or run away.
If we do what you want, you have to show us how you got in here and guarantee that that will be blocked in the future.
She smiles. Chris, you know, you're not the first one that's been tasked with watching over the sanctum. It's what I did once upon a time, when I was in your shoes. You spend enough time down there, you learn the ins and outs. They're hard to find. I don't think all of them can be closed, but I can promise you I won't drop by unannounced in the future. And I can show you what I know about your own home that you may not. Would that be sufficient?
I'll get back to you on this.
If you prefer, I can take the front door on my way out. The longer you take to think this over, Chris, the harder it will be for me to smooth over this mess. I'll do what I can, but the sooner you make your decision, the better it will be for you.
Understood.
Celeste has my number. Next time we can meet at a coffee shop. Get some rest, Chris. And she will walk out the front door.
Man, what the hell is that about?
Powers that be, just trying to play the game, I guess. Everybody wants a little bit more power, no matter how much they have.
Oh shit, guys! I've got to get going out of here. I don't want to be late. Hold on. Does my hair look good? I say to Bobby.
No.
Perfect. Chris,
right.
Does my hair look good?
Yeah, I mean, usually it looks like you spent a couple more hours making it look like stylishly messy, but right now it's just kind of messy. In a good way.
Huh. I grabbed my fedora and I put it on and said, good thing I wear a hat. And then I leave wearing my, classic garb of leather jacket and probably a shirt.
What's Ezra doing? Where's he going?
Ezra has an important engagement to go check out the what is it? The Kings of what is it? What's that show called?
Tulsa Kings.
Tulsa Kings spinoff.
That's right. You got an invitation to come to set on Monday of the Tulsa Kings spinoff that they're shooting here in Vegas, and it is Monday. The sun is up, and so yeah.
And I want to be late. I hear they serve free breakfast at these things, and that's where you get the good gossip, around the coffee table.
So you head downtown, and you have like an address for a lot that they are shooting on, and when you arrive, you see like a bunch of people wearing like headsets and like rushing to and fro, and there's trailers set up, and you do see a huge table filled with bagels and fresh fruit and some oatmeal, just like a big thing of hot oatmeal. And as you're looking around, you hear, "Oh, as I live and breathe, is that my good buddy Ezra?"
Oh my God. Look, there he is, the big famous movie star himself. And I just go run over and offer to, I act like we've been best friends forever and try and hug him.
Yeah, Sylvester Stallone gives you a big hug, Ezra, and he's like, "Oh, please, please, I'm not a movie star around here. I'm just, an executive producer. I'm not even on this show after the pilot, but I wanted to come down and make sure that things are run smoothly. But Ezra, welcome to the set of Vegas Prince."
Oh man, Vegas Prince. I'm pretty sure this is going to be the biggest show on television next year.
Fingers crossed. Subscribe now to probably Paramount Plus. It might be on a different streamer. I don't know.
Yeah, those streamers, they get you. I'm just like looking around starstruck, just like, this is a movie set, man.
TV.
I've always wanted to be in a movie.
Come on, man.
TV. Yeah, you're right. Sorry. I don't want to belittle your work.
Hey, there's a couple people that I want you to meet. Why don't you come around and I'll give you the tour? And he takes you through the set. And he knocks on a trailer that just says JS on it. And it's like, now this here, one of my very good friends. I think that you guys are going to get along great. The star of Vegas Prince. And as the door opens, he's like, there he is. And stepping out is a bald, curmudgeonly looking man. And he's like, oi, it's me, Jason Statham, isn't it? Who is this?
Oh my god.
Yes. Oh my god. It isn't. Oh, look, you've got to sign my jacket.
Sly, what's going on? Who is this British term for weirdo you got coming around? Who's this bugger?
All right.
I'll take it.
I feel like he'd say cunt.
I mean,
Who's this cunt?
And it's like, no, this is the guy I was telling you about, Jason. This is the guy who's gonna help us out with some of the problems we've been having on set, get production back on track.
Yeah, I'm really good at handling problems, especially, the kind it sounds like you're having.
Yeah, it's the weirdest thing. Tell them all about it, Jason. Now listen here, Ezra. It's the weirdest thing. I've never been on a cursed production like this. Okay, every possible thing that could go wrong has been going wrong on the set of Vegas Prince. I'm supposed to be the Vegas Prince, but they can't even shoot me because all the cameras are on the fritz.
Huh. Haunted set, huh? Cursed set. This sounds like a job for Ezra. I take my fedora off and swap it for like a detective fedora.
Oh, Ezra, your hair looks amazing, bud.
Oh, thank you. I worked all morning on it. My friends, they have no taste.
Now listen, Jason and I have to get to work, but there's somebody else that you're going to be coordinating with to help us solve this problem. You get down to what's causing all this trouble. Here, this is our best PA. That stands for production assistant, in case you didn't know.
I didn't.
As you turn, you hear just like a clatter of items being dropped. A clipboard hits the ground and the breeze like blows some of the papers away. And you turn and you see a young woman. She's wearing a Vegas Prince production hoodie and baseball cap. And it is your little sister.
Oh shit. Did I give her a name?
oh, dude. Oh, no.
That's crazy.
And just straight up Professor Oak moment.
Hold on, I'm just trying to check. I didn't write it down if I did.
This is your sister. Does she have a name?
Are you a boy or a girl?
From there, I'd like to cut back over to Chris's house, check in with Bobby and Dale. What are you guys like? What's first on your mind the morning after like this crazy weekend?
Find a back alley doctor to get my finger patched up. I know it's not a level 2 harm and doesn't require it, but I also lost a finger.
You did lose a finger.
I'll tell you what I do. I cauterize it myself.
Oh man, just like on Chris's stovetop.
You know, you have a friend with a flaming sword that would make it probably easier.
Yeah, let's just say we did that off camera.
No. Ezra had to run to Vegas Prince first thing in the morning.
Damn it, Ezra! I needed you. Oh, son of a bitch.
The one time I needed
The
Ezra.
one time we're the only person in this party I could confide in, and he's not fucking here. Of course.
Yeah, so Dale, you do what you gotta do. You cauterize the wound yourself, and like as you are doing what needs to be done, you realize that this physical injury, you got off lucky, right? Like this could have been so much worse. But that mental toll, that emotional toll is sticking with you. You are shattered now. You took that scar. That is something that is not going to go away on its own, like your physical harm. And so there are for certain playbooks, I don't know for certain if for yours, there are advancements you can take to remove scars. So that might be an option for Dale in the future, but for now, that's just like a reality of his life.
I can erase a scar after 5 advances.
After 5 advances. So that's not even a thing you can do for your next advance then.
Nope, whenever that happens.
Yeah, so this is just going to be a part of Dale for a while. So with that in mind, like after he finishes dealing with his finger, what's on his mind? What are his goals? What's he trying to do?
Dale needs to get this ghost inhabitant in his body situation figured out. I'm blaming all of my previous bad rolls on that.
What about the ones before that?
That was just me being Dale. But, like, it's worse now. Like, I just got a finger blown off. I couldn't play a flute for shit. Even though, statistically speaking, with the numbers, those should have been layups and a half. But, of course, I only rolled 1s and 2s on those. Dale wants to get this ghost out of his body because he's kind of not about it. And the one person he could have talked to about it, because he's not going to go to Chris about this, Chris would be pissed, and she's dealing with enough as it is, would probably be Ezra. But now he's not here. So I got to figure out someone else who can help deal with it.
Yeah, I mean, you got a city full of resources. Might cost you something.
I do have a city full of resources.
Didn't you make friends with a bunch of ghosts?
I did make friends with a bunch of ghosts. Thank you. You know what? Actually, yeah.
I got you, dude. I got you, boss.
I'm going to hit up what were they? The Phantasmos or whatever?
The Phantasma crime family?
Yes, the Phantasma crime family. The Giulianis,
the
as I like to call
secret
them.
speakeasy under the mob museum?
Yes.
So Dale, as soon as the museum opens for business for the day, you are able to head over. Let's call this a hit the streets move. So go ahead and make a roll with Night for me.
To get an 8, that's not bad.
An 8, very good. So you are able to head to the mob museum. You are able to sneak down to the secret base of the Phantasmas. You can talk to a few of them there, and because you got an 8 on that, They are available and have the stuff. They are going to be able to help you with this, but whoever you're going to is juggling their own problems, or whatever you need is more costly than anticipated. When you head down to the secret base of the Phantasmas, you talk to a few of the ghosts who greet you. They let you in knowing that, like, yeah, you made this deal with them. You helped, with some of the minor repairs after the fight. But now's probably not the best time for you to stop by. And they sort of gesture behind them, and you see at the far corner of the room the ghost bride sobbing as her father, Don Phantasma, like hugs and consoles her.
Are you trying to set me up with the ghost lady who just incidentally has a nearly identical voice to my wife? Is that what you're trying to do? Dale's going to take off his baseball cap and hold it in his hands in front of him. Walk over to the Don and his darling daughter on this, her not wedding night. Is everything all right, folks?
Dale Tillman, you've returned to us. I apologize, but it seems that you came at a sad day. We just received news from one of our surviving mortal relatives. News most upsetting. A newspaper telekinetically floats up to you, and it's opened and it's folded to
The obituaries?
like, no, not the obituaries. To the like announcements and celebrations page. And
no.
you see a photograph of a very old man getting married to a very old woman.
I'm so glad this made it into the show.
Bruno got married. As the bride begins to wail and moan.
Was this your husband?
He was supposed to be, but then I died.
I'm so sorry. I know what it's like to see someone you love with someone else.
You do?
I do. My wife, she's with this artist. Guess I was too much man for her. I don't know.
Gross.
Yeah, right. Says Tyler, the guy who makes all our music.
I'm playing a caricature, guys. I'm straw manning the fuck out of Dale. Are you kidding me?
Dale, how can you keep going on after something like that? I thought he would wait for me.
She has had almost a century to get over this guy.
Yeah, it's tough from my perspective, right? Because it's like this whole divorce is a pretty recent thing, and it's like, girl, this guy's like, you're like in your 20s in your ghost form, and this dude's like 90. It's like, yeah, just dated another ghost. Look, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know if we really have the same circumstances here. Everything I do, I still do for her. Even if she doesn't know it. Even if she doesn't believe it. Now I don't know, though.
Dale Tillman, We cannot allow this slight against my darling daughter Isabella to go without retribution. Bruno Linguini promised himself to my daughter once upon a time, and just because the ceremony never happened doesn't mean he gets to go back on that promise. We have to send him a reminder of the oath he was supposed to make.
Linguini.
I mean,
She should have went with Sammy Carbonara.
hey, Joey Lasagna, meet my daughter. Italians. With respect, can't you not blame the guy a little bit? I mean, a man's got needs.
And my daughter doesn't.
What's stopping your daughter from meeting someone lovely?
She's a ghost. It's very difficult for us to leave the speakeasy.
Most of the ghosts are related to her.
The dating pool is very limited down here. I mean, even if we were okay with like a second cousin thing, that wouldn't even open up the possibilities like that much.
That's weird.
Yeah, all her aunts and uncles, they're all here, her cousins. All except cousin Manfredo, who had food poisoning the day of the wedding, and he survived. Dale Tillman, I can sense something spectral within you. I have a feeling this is why you have come to me on the day of my daughter's fiance's wedding. Is this something that you need from me? Some assistance for your little problem?
Get it out of me.
I can do that. That's a ghost power I have. But I need your help. I need you to find Cousin Manfredo, to tell him that the Don sent you, and you need to send a message to Bruno to remind him of my beautiful daughter. Can you do that for me, Dale Tillman?
What about you, Izzy? What do you want?
I want Bruno to die so that we can be together. No, to be very clear, I am not asking you to murder Bruno Linguini. When I say send a message, I mean that very literally. I just want you to deliver a message. I'm not asking you to kill this man.
Oh, if you just need me to literally deliver a message and not some euphemism, I feel like that's pretty reasonable, actually.
Yeah, literally deliver a message. Something, metaphorical, to remind him of Isabella and make him feel guilty for marrying, he looks at the newspaper, Marissa Brown, but she's not even Italian, Dale.
Yeah, you know what? I'll deliver that message for you. If you can get this thing out of me.
Thank you, Dale Tillman. You're a true friend of the family. Despite the ways we met, you've proven yourself. I could make a made man out of you, Dale Tillman. Let's cut over to Bobby. Bobby, what's on your mind? What is your goal in the aftermath of everything that's gone down?
Yeah, I wanted to get in contact with. I wanted to try to reach Hector
Hmm.
and set up a distribution line.
A distribution line?
This is for what?
For for sand.
Excuse me?
So you want to reach out to the marketing guy for that?
Yeah, he's shady. He's shady. He has a bunch of rich friends that are addicted to cocaine and shit.
just
It seems
spent the
perfect.
last few days in game learning that sand is a way for demons to possess people.
It's not that crazy.
All right, go try and sell it, I guess.
Well, no, I'm not addicted yet. I'm using it for my own power. I made a deal with Barkon.
Yeah, and now he's addicted.
Just because the last time you came up with a plan, Dom, there was, I want to say, confusion. How about you just talk through like what your end game is first and why, and then we'll work our way backwards from that.
Cool. So like my whole plan, I want to kill Azrael for revenge,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm doing that by getting in contact with a powerful demon. And so I'm trying to set up distribution lines so he'll to trade for power, and basically that's it. I'm trying to game this guy for power.
So you want to increase Barkhan's power so that he can help you take down Azrael.
Exactly.
Okay. Is everyone on the same page with that? Of just what the plan is. Not that you agree that it should be done, but does everyone...
I understand that's the plan. I do believe Chris has the sand and knows that you've been taking it multiple
I
nights
took it
now.
one night, and I don't know that we confirmed that.
You took it last night.
He went down, he broke into the sanctum and he took the sand that was down there, but he rolled so...
All of it? The whole briefcase?
I think like some of it, not the entirety.
I took a little bit and I put it back.
And he rolled so well that like left no trace of it. Chris has no idea that's happened.
No, I know Chris does not, but Chris also does know what Bobby looks like when he's high as fuck, which he was all last night.
I don't know. I feel like you would have had to roll for that. Like, you didn't even address it. You didn't mention anything.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. My personal experience indicates that some people are really good at pretending not to be high.
I think it's fair.
Okay. Sure. We didn't notice Bobby was high as fuck.
We've got dice that we can use to resolve some sort of conflicts. I think the thing that makes the most sense is let's get like a retroactive keep your cool roll from Bobby to see how well he was able to hide his high from everybody.
I rolled an 8.
An 8, which means that you can do it. You could have kept your cool and let everyone know that, or prevented everyone from knowing that you were high on sand, but it would be costly. I think the cost there is maybe you had to take like an extra bump of sand to like mellow yourself almost, like to calm your own nerves a little bit. And I'm not gonna impose like an additional penalty or take, I'm not gonna make you do the roll for taking sand. I'm not even gonna like give Barkhan a debt, or you're gonna mark corruption. But I think there is a little bit of it that is actually getting to you, Dom. It's going to be harder for Bobby to resist the effects of sand going forward. Not quite like a full-blown addiction or whatever, but like Barkhan is getting his grips deeper into you.
with that, I want to start enacting my evil plan.
Yeah. So you want to reach out to Hector. Hector has said like he wants to continue working with you. So I'm not going to do a hit the streets for you. I think it's pretty easy for you to get a hold of him, set up a meeting, and talk to him. Where do you think that Bobby would set up a meeting with Hector?
Bobby would be like, do you want to meet in an alley or something? And Hector's probably like, let's go to a fancy restaurant.
Would Bobby agree to that?
Begrudgingly. Maybe they compromise and go to a mid-ass restaurant, and that would be like a good compromise.
Okay. You go to a mid-ass restaurant. Everyone else in there is dressed exactly like Hector, which is like blazer over band t-shirt, skinny jeans, really nice like loafers, slicked back hair,
fucking posers,
and
ridiculous.
Yeah, he agrees to meet with you. You lay out this plan. I think what I need from you here is a persuade an NPC roll. So roll with heart and just tell me what your general pitch to Hector is here.
Okay, so let me check out heart. That's a -1. Love to see it. My pitch is I recently got a contact who has some good distribution, or is able to get me a good connect for sand. And we were trying to move some. And I figured I could do him a favor, help him out. And I figured you guys might be the perfect people to, or I figured you guys might need some fun in your life. That's what I'm thinking.
Okay. Hector like is definitely taken aback at first when you mentioned this. He's like, Bobby, man, I didn't know you were like into that stuff, but like he's not immediately saying no. But give me a roll with heart to see how well you're able to sell this idea to him.
Okay, this isn't gonna go good. Oh, that's a 7.
A 7. That means that you're getting through to Hector. He's really considering it, but he's going to counter it with an offer or demand payment, a debt, a favor, resources before agreeing. Okay, Bobby, I'm surprised, but what you're saying makes some sense. And yeah, I know some guys be willing to buy. This is maybe something we could get off the ground if you're like really serious about this. But
what's the catch?
Bobby, you haven't been very productive past couple weeks, if I'm being honest with you. And even before that, sometimes it was like pulling teeth with you to get work that I could show, that I could sell. Bobby, I know you think that you're like, I'm sorry, that's a bad way for me to phrase that. That's rude. I know you are a serious artist, okay? But you've got commercial potential, man. Okay? You've got skills. You've got the look. You've got the brand, Bobby. If I can lift you up, you've got $1 million potential. I don't say that to any clients if I don't mean that. $1 million potential. You heard of Banksy?
Yeah, I've heard of Banksy. It's not like I'm named after him or anything.
You want to be Banksy? I can make you Banksy if you work with me. If you work with me, I can work with you.
Well, I think looks like our interests align at this point. So I don't see it going any other way. So what do you need?
I just need you to do what you do. Tag some shit, man. Get some Instagram followers. Get some posts going.
All right. I can do it. I'll I got some stuff cooked up. I can I'll send you some pics tonight, all right? And we'll talk.
I love to hear it.
All right.
And I'll hit you up when I've got something for you.
All right. Glad to hear it, Hector. I'll be taking my leave then. And then gonna dip.
You barely touched your $35 smash burger.
Oh, well, obviously I take the $35 smash burger. Like, I'm a werewolf. Like, I'm gonna eat it.
That's the kind of restaurant that you took you to, yeah.
You're right. Fucking A.
Let's jump back to Chris. Chris, it's been a few hours. You've had some time to think. I'm just curious where your head is at and what your plan is.
I would like to hit the streets if possible. And try and connect with some of these luck stealing vampires to figure out what they know about Matilda.
Now you bite this plot. Go ahead and give me a roll with blood to see if you're able to get in touch with them.
With night.
Yes, I'm sorry. I was thinking vampires and said blood.
7.
A 7. Okay, that's a hit. Which means that you are able to get in touch with them. You ask around, reaching out to some of your contacts here in the city. You know, some ghosts you know, some vampires you may know. And you ask about these fortune drinkers. You heard that they've been hit pretty hard very recently by a group of the Sons of Earthly Filth. But some of them survived, some of them scattered, and they're licking their wounds on the strip, trying to prey on, gamblers and tourists. They tend to move from hotel to hotel to not draw too much attention to themselves by sticking with one place. But rumor is that right now the survivors are at Caesar's Palace, which is a big Colosseum themed hotel right there on the strip.
Chris is gonna go there and look for whoever looks like they're most in charge.
You head into Caesar's Palace and you walk into the casino. You see tourists all around you playing the games, sitting at slot machines. You're not really sure where to look at first. But then you notice on the floor a penny. And it's bottoms up, tails facing you. An unlucky penny.
Is that a thing?
Yeah. You've never heard you're never supposed to pick up a penny if it's not face up?
No.
That's a thing, right? I'm not making that up.
I believe
I've heard
you.
of that. Yeah. No, I've heard that.
I've just never heard it.
Lucky pennies are face up or whatever, and they're unlucky if they're not.
Huh. How about that?
It's a Gen Z thing. That's why he doesn't know. Nate isn't familiar with coins.
What's a penny? And you notice not far from that, there's another and another, a trail of unlucky pennies. And you follow it, and it leads to a dark corner. And right when you realize that you're cornered, that this is a dead end, you feel movement behind you. And you're pushed up against the wall. Who are you? Why are you looking for us? Are you with the Sons? And you feel the grip tightening on your shoulder.
No, I'm the one who just took out the Sons.
And the grip loosens. You turn around and you see like 3 figures that are, I imagine, the fortune drinking vampires, slightly Nosferatu looking. Like there's a vaguely inhumanoid, grotesque quality to them. Maybe in passing, they would just seem like, you know, unattractive people, but getting a really good look at these 3.
Especially when they're all together.
Yeah, exactly. They've got long pointed ears and their mouths are too wide and eyes are sunk deep back into their skulls. You took out the Sons?
Well, most of them. Their leader still lives, but he's in a weakened state.
One of these 3, like, shoves their face into, like, the crook of your neck and just inhales, sniffing you deeply.
Oh, that tickles.
She's telling the truth. I can smell it on her. And the 3 relax a little bit. Okay. So you're not here to finish the job the Sons did. What do you want with us?
Well, we got some similar enemies. The Sons have done their fair share on you. And they've made an enemy of me. So, figure we could work together.
What do you want from us?
Help when the time comes.
Right, I guess, like, you just are trying to make a connection with them. Like, you're not asking them for something specific right now.
No.
So you come here and you ask us to, be foot soldiers for you?
Just comrades in arms. There's a battle brewing. This is just the start.
And they all just kind of like hiss at each other. And then the oldest looking one of these 3 luck drinking vampires says, "Fine. There's something different about you. I've never smelled what I'm smelling right now coming from you. And I've been smelling things for a very long time. You are interesting. So if there's something we can do for you, then perhaps we can help you. If you can do something for us when the time comes." And so the offer here is basically a debt for a debt.
Deal.
And this like gnarled, long fingernailed hand wraps around yours, Chris. And you've come to an arrangement with the fortune drinkers.
Sweet. And that does get me to my advancement.
Well, that's very exciting. And we can talk about your advancement on the next episode of Escape the Dungeon. Thank you for listening to Escape the Dungeon. Escape the Dungeon is created by Dom Brass, Nate Brass, Zach Brass, and Mike Cripps, with editing and original music by Tyler Knittle. If you enjoyed this show, please consider subscribing and leaving a 5-star review on your favorite podcast app. To find us on social media, go to escapethedungeonpod.com.